This is my stats project. You're gonna do means, normal, z with sigma, your mu 100, standard deviation 20, n is 4. Your number of intervals is gonna be 1. And last but not least, your confidence interval is gonna be 99%. And I'm just gonna keep pressing sample until I get around 30 seconds or 45 samples. So yeah. Also whenever it goes out of 100, I'm gonna be saying bingo, unfortunately. Now after this, I'm just picking my 4 tomatoes that I bought from Walmart and wasted money for nothing, unfortunately. So in these pictures, the first one was 87 grams. The second tomato was 87 grams as well. The third tomato was 89 grams. And the last and fourth tomato was 71 grams. Now here I'm just writing down the weights of all the tomatoes. So tomato 1 was the 87 grams. Tomato 2 was also 87 grams. And then tomato 3 was the 89 grams, I think. I don't know. Yeah, 89, I told you. And tomato 4 was 71 grams? Okay, yeah. Sorry, guys. So now you're going to find the mean. So x bar by adding all of them up and dividing them by 4, which is basically what I'm doing in this clip. Yeah, and you should get about 83.5 grams. And now I'm just labeling x bar is equal to 83.5 grams. The n is 4, and the standard deviation was what we're gonna solve for now. So the standard deviation of x is equal to the square root of the summation of, I think it's xi, which is each initial, like each value you get minus the mean. So it's 87 minus 83.5 squared plus 87 minus 83.5 squared plus 89 minus 83.5 squared plus 71 minus 83.5 squared, and you divide it by n minus 1, which is your degree of freedom. So n minus 1 is 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. And you get the square root of 211 divided by 3. And when you do the problem, it's 8.3865 for your standard deviation. So you're going to go ahead and do that. Your confidence interval is equal to your point estimate plus or minus your margin of error, and that's equal to 83.5 plus or minus 2.576 for the 99% confidence interval times your standard deviation of x divided by the square root of n, which is the square root of 4. And when you saw that, you get 83.5 plus or minus, I'm doing the math, guys, 10.8018. And with that, your a is going to be minus, so we're doing subtraction first. And so 83.5 minus 10.8018 is equal to, I'm using my calculator on this part, guys, I apologize, I'm so sorry, it's 72.6982. And when you add 83.5 plus 10.8018, you get any quicker now, Jesus, damn, I'm slow, sorry guys, 94.3018. So your confidence interval is from 72.6982 to 94.3018. That was method 2. So now we're gonna do the same thing, but this time it's gonna be sorry, this is from method 1, sorry guys, oops. It's gonna be mean, normal, but instead of z with sigma, it's gonna be t, and we're just gonna sample until we get to 30 seconds or 45 samples again. So we're gonna do that, and every time it goes over the 100 or out of the 100, we're gonna say bingo. Bingo! there was only one time, and now we're going to change the number of intervals to 50, and we're going to do that, and in time, same thing. Bingo, bingo. Bingo, 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 bingo. And we did that 20 times. So the conclusion is, as we can see in method 1, 100 of 100 of the sample's weights were within the confidence interval, which is well over our 99% confidence level. In method 2, the SRS of 4 tomatoes I bought from Walmart, only 3, which is 75% of them, were within the confidence interval made by the SRS. In method 3, it's seen that exactly 99% of the total running contained the mu, while only 98% of all intervals contain mu. It is obvious that using method 1, using intervals of 1 and sampling 45 times, leads to the highest probability of the true mean weight of the tomatoes being within the confidence interval. Therefore, we can see that not every interval has a 99% probability of capturing the true mean, because once the sample is collected and a confidence interval is created from that sample, the interval either contains the true mean, which is 100% probability, or does not contain the true mean, which is 0% probability.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.